Hello, I'm Edward Tarte, once a Catholic priest for 5 years in the 1960s, now an atheist, which means I find no credible evidence for the existence of any God. This is the 20th in my series of weekly religion videos for FriendlyAtheist.com. In this video, I conclude a 3-part series about the compulsory daily prayer regimen at St. Mary's Seminary during the 6 years that I was there preparing to be a priest. I invite you to watch the 2 previous videos in the series if you have not already. To put it very briefly, we seminarians did a lot of praying from morning to night with much repetition. Looking back on it, I see it as a substantial burden. During my last year at the seminary, an additional burden of prayer was imposed on me and my classmates. I had to recite daily the official priestly prayer of the Catholic Church known as the Divine Office, consisting of psalms from the Bible, other biblical readings, the prayer beginning Our Father, the prayer beginning Hail Mary. The entire daily Divine Office is in 8 sections and would take me about 75 minutes each day. And the Catholic Church said to me what it said to all of my classmates and to all priests: say the Divine Office every day for the rest of your capable life, or you will go to hell. The leaders of the Catholic Church imagined, and still imagine, that whatever regulations they impose on Catholics, along with whatever threats they include, such as the threat of hell, are automatically supported by their God. Never in our seminary prayer routine did we take Jesus up on his reported promise in the Gospels that our God would fulfill as requested any sincere, faithful prayer request that we would utter. That issue never came up in our prayer regimen. It never came up that if we would take our biblical Jesus at his word, we had the power through simple, non-repeated prayers to eliminate from the entire world all disease, all poverty, all starvation, all natural disasters, and a lot more. Indeed, no prayer in our prayer regimen was such that we could determine one way or another whether any supernatural being heard the prayer or answered the prayer. In the fall of 1962, during my 5th year at the seminary, the Cuban Missile Crisis occurred. The world was apparently on the brink of nuclear disaster. We seminarians had very little contact with the outside world, but we did have a small radio in our recreation room, and so the word of this crisis got around to us. Our priest teachers did not say anything about it. Our official prayer regimen did not change in the least. It remained focused very narrowly on the Catholic Church and on things not of this world. But I, and no doubt many of my fellow seminarians, prayed privately and fervently that nuclear disaster would be avoided. As soon as I became a priest, I abandoned the prayer regimen imposed on me by the seminary, glad to be rid of it. I still prayed, but on my own, except that, fearing hell, I did continue praying the Divine Office each day as commanded by the Catholic Church. However, about 4.5 years into my priesthood, as my faith was in the process of giving way to reason, I stopped praying the Divine Office. At the end of my 5th year as a priest, I left the priesthood and the Catholic Church. Thereafter, I very rarely prayed at all. Now, I am an atheist, and accordingly, of course, I never pray. To all of you, thank you for watching this video.